All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Hi, Rosie. I couldn't find my video in the feed, which was weird, but that's okay. All right, so I'm just going to try and get my camera. I think the camera is good. All right, so today I'm going to work on the July challenge in the Scrapbooking Layouts and More group. We have a July challenge. You just have to go to the albums and you can find the challenges there. For July, it's to scrapbook a wedding photo and or do a something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue challenge if you don't have a wedding photo. But I do have a wedding photo. You can't hear me. Okay. All right. Let me see what's going on. Can you hear me now? Okay, good. At least the sound is working. Okay. I don't know. I must be, it's just going to be one of those days with technology. So, what I said is that I'm working on the July challenge in the Scrapbooking Layouts and More group. It is either to do a wedding photo or do follow a recipe of something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So what I am going to do is do both. So I have a wedding photo of my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. And then I'm going to do the something old, new, borrowed, and blue. So for my old, I am using the 49 in Market Eucalyptus collection. For my new, I am using the Vicky Bouton Irresistibles to make my title. For something borrowed, I am borrowing T's splatter method, where she uses like 3 different splatters on the layout. And then for something blue, I found this little blue sticker that says always and forever. So I'm going to fit this onto the layout. So I am going to get started. I'll leave my little sticky here with my challenge. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to splatter my background paper, and then I'm going to spray the Irresistible so that way everything has enough time to dry. Oh my goodness, let me make some room for myself here. I'm going to cut off the branding strip. Get my splatter box out. And I have some water because I'm going to have to wash my brush in between each splatter. Okay. So I am going to first splatter with just Distress White Picket Fence. And I'm just going to spray a bit. Oh, my spray nozzle is clogged, so I am just going to not spray a bit. I'm just going to put a little bit in my palette here. So I have it in my palette. Hi, Tisa. I'm going to use my little fan brush. So this is my borrowed. I'm borrowing T's technique of multiple splatter colors on a page. And I'm just using this so I get a nice fine splatter. Alright, so that's that side. Now I'm going to move on to the other side. And I am just going to flip my box around so that I don't get in the way of my own arms. Okay. I'm going to do one more pass over with the splatter here. And now I'm going to switch up the colors. Just going to clean off my brush, and I'm going to use the second color I am going to use is this Distress Mica Stain, and that is in Phantom Mist. So I'm just cleaning off my brush. Okay, I'm going to give this a good shake. Alright, and take this. Splatter. Now this Distress Stain looks dark, but then it kind of lightens up as it dries. So I did the white, and then this is the Phantom Mist, which is kind of like a bluish gray. So oh my god, I'm making a mess. I am making a mess. This is why I don't do this stuff usually, because I make a big mess. Alright, let me dry off my brush. Alright, and then the last color I'm going to use on this, let me just make sure everything is closed, because that will be a disaster if I knocked over a whole bottle of spray. So the last one I'm going to use is the Distress Spritz in Tattered Rose, because I am going to pull a little bit of pink into this layout as well. All right, let me just spray a little bit of this into my palette. And the Tattered Rose Distress Spritz, when you splatter it, it looks like rose gold. It's so pretty. So it's just a very fine splatter. And this side. All right, so there's my something borrowed. I borrowed a technique from T of using 3 different color splatters. And I'm just going to do a quick cleanup here so that disaster does not strike. Put my palette off. And I'm going to clean up the water that I have over here. So let me just get this out of the way. And then my something new is using Vicky Bouton Irresistibles, which may not be the newest thing, but I've had the package and I haven't opened it. So it is technically new to me because I haven't even done anything with them yet. But here, I'll do a little close-up so you can see the triple splatters that I did. I'm going to set this to the side so the splatters dry a little bit. And then where did I put my title? Here it is. Okay. And I'm just going to lay out happy memories. And I'm going to take that rose gold spritz. And it's leaking as I'm shaking it because I don't have the cap on. Oh my goodness. This is just how I roll. I am a mess. So let's play with this. Let's spray these. Hopefully this will work. And do we just dry it like this? Let me try hitting it with my heat gun. I'm going to spray it one more time and then set it to the side to dry so that it really gets some nice coverage there. It's probably better to do this with ink than with a spray. I am going to just so this is how they came out with the spray. So I am just going to set these aside to dry. I am now covered in spray. And I'm going to bring my supplies back in to finish creating the page. Do just a little bit more of a cleanup here. Oh my goodness. Even using the splatter box, I still managed to get splatter all over the place. I'm telling you, I'm a mess. I am a mess. Oh my goodness. All right, and I just don't want to get splatter where splatter does not belong. So, okay. Sorry that you guys have to watch me clean up, but this is the reality of life, right? Here we go. All right, let me just dry this off. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to pull back in my layout, and because I did a fine fine splatter, it's not too, it didn't take very long to dry. So I'm going to get my photo on with this frame. So I am going to flip the frame upside down. And I'm going to tape the photo on the back. Do I have some washi tape? Yes, I do. So I am just going to tape it on here and double check that I like the way it's lined up. Yep, that looks good. And now I'm just going to tape and I believe that there is still a good amount of the eucalyptus color swatch left in the shop. I was checking this morning and it looks like there's a good chunk of it left. If you didn't pick this up the first time around that it came out, you can definitely pick it up now. All right, I'm going to do this Always and Forever sticker, but it has a little bit of pink on the bottom, so I'm just going to trim that off. So this is my something blue. Just going to add it up here. And I'm going to add in the name, location, and date here. I found this in the, it's like envelope bits, so I thought that was perfect for documenting the details of the wedding. So, okay. And now it is just time to embellish. Oh my gosh, I messed that up. Holy cow. Today is not my day, guys. Today is not my day. Let me... Oh, God. Let me find that pack of embellishments again. Did you see what I did? I put the date in the location spot and the location in the date spot because I am a dope today. Alright. Thank goodness for multiples of things. I know I had another one. Here we go. Good Lord. Are you guys still here and can you hear me? I know I was having some difficulties at the beginning. I just want to make sure if somebody could like give a thumbs up or whatever in the chat so I know everything is still okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Now I'm going to be paranoid about my stuff not working right. So I am going to move this down slightly. I'm still going to let this dry, but I just kind of want to see where I'm going to fit this in. So this is from another collection. This is another old product. And since these are film strips, I don't think that I think there's probably not many of them left in the shop, if any at all. But these are Vintage Artistry Tranquility. And I just like that they have this peachy pink color in them that I can use to kind of bring in additional pink in this layout. That. I'm going to go through my laser cuts. And I'm going to use some acetate today too. Acetate is not one of the things that I use a lot of, but I'm going to make myself use it today. I like this doily. Okay, I am going to take out this notebook edge here. And that's a little bit of a darker shade, so it'll give a little contrast on this side. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, you still have eucalyptus, right? This is eucalyptus. I thought I saw some today in the shop. Okay. Oh, I like this one. Look at this. So I have my Always and Forever, and then we have this. I can add in this Let the Adventure Begin. That's cute. I don't think I'm going to use any rub-ons, but I do want to go through the acetate. The pink does make it pop, right? It's like just the right accent color. And it kind of picks up on some of the pinks in the bouquet. I don't know if I'm liking this doily here. I'm going to take the doily off. And I think I'm, oh no. I think I'm just going to leave the film strip there. Did this have, oh, it did have solid ones. Okay. Let's see if there's one similar to that in size, because this is a little see-through. So I'd rather put the see-through like over here somewhere and have one that's more solid color. Oh, look it. How about we use this one? This butterfly is facing sideways and it has just a tiny bit of pink in its wing. Right. I'm going to take out one more of these, a little butterfly that has the pink on its wing here. And I have pulled these out, but I think I want to add more of the peachy pink in this. So I'm going to look through my enamels and sprinkly bits and everything. Let me check my sprinkly bits first. Let's see what color I might be able to add in. I'm wondering if this golden apricot, how this will look. Let's see. Oh, actually, that will be very pretty. I'm out of frame. I'm not showing you guys. So here is the golden apricot sprinkly bits. So I think I'm going to add those for more of a pop. And these are actually like an orange rhinestone, but because of the coating that they have on top of them, it gives off a little bit of a pink when the light hits it. So that's really nice to mix in there. Oh, okay, so that's perfect. I'm loving that right now. Okay, So let me start gluing some of these things down. So I don't want to like mess up these clusters the way these were. Let's see. I think this I can glue. I'm going to try and see how much I can glue without totally moving everything off of the page. Let's put some dimensional adhesive behind the bottom of the butterfly here. All right. So has everyone been shopping with the Christmas and July sales? Did you get good stuff? And did anyone win any auctions? I always like to know what people have bought. I like watching haul videos and finding out what you guys are getting. Okay. So with the acetate, I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the bottom of the leaf to help secure it, because I don't know if the adhesive will leak through. All right, I'm going to glue my photo down now. Let's stick this little bit of greenery in behind here. And I want this little guy popped up. So I'm going to put a little bit of foam behind him. It's going to be sitting on top of that branch there. And now this one. This guy is too big. I think I'll have to replace him with someone smaller. Let me find a smaller one. Here we go. We have this one. Oh, that's the same one that's on the other side. Ha ha ha. Don't want that, right? Okay. I like that one. Let me glue this title down. I'm just going to let the glue set up on that before I put the next one on. Oh, I can glue this guy down. Let's glue this one. Let's see. Do you think the foam adhesive is going to show through? Probably, right? Let me see. Put a little foam behind it. Actually, not too bad. All right, not too bad. A little bit of glue behind the black part here. I just kind of want it to overlap the title a bit. All right, I'm just going to hold this down until the glue really sets up. I have a lot of different textures on here. I have the mist and the chipboard and the paper, and then it's partially being glued to the acetate. So just got to be a little more patient with it to get the glue to dry. All right, and I'll put maybe happy. I will. How do I want to put happy in there? Maybe I'll do happy, but I will pop it up on some foam. So I'm going to just, sorry if I'm off screen a little bit for this. I'm just going to add foam behind the title. Okay. Okay. All right. So now I think what I'm going to do is add in some enamel dots and some sprinkly bits. So I'm dropping things on the floor. Things are falling apart over here. Let's see. I have these enamel dots, and then I have my orangey pink sprinkly bits. Just trying to tuck these larger enamel dots under something to kind of make them a little bit more manageable for me. Okay. Whoa! Did you guys just see that? I am so clumsy. So clumsy. I just threw my whole bottle of glue right off the desk. Alright, so I'll put 2 drops of glue. And I'm going to grab my gem picker. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to add 2 drops of glue and then pick out my sprinkly bits. This one. And then a little one. So these golden apricot are like the perfect peach color to add in. Pinky, orangey goodness to add in. They look great with the tattered rose spray. And I think that is going to be it for this layout. This was a fast one today because, of course, 49 Market does all the hard work of designing the background for you, right? So I will just bring it up for some close-ups. So this is for the July monthly challenge. It is the wedding challenge to scrapbook a wedding photo. So I have a wedding photo of my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. And then there's also a recipe. So if you don't have the a wedding photo, you can do the recipe. So for this, my something old was the eucalyptus collection, which is still available in the shop. My something new were my irresistibles. Something borrowed is that I did the triple splatter technique. I borrowed that from T. And then something blue is this sticker here because the rest of this is kind of greeny and this is blue right here. I don't think the color change is really showing up well on the camera, but just so you guys know. So I'm going to take a photo of this and I will post the link to what's left in the shop of this collection. Thanks for joining me today, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.